How to use the distributive property in algebra. Imagine you have a big box of chocolates and you want to share them equally with your friends. You could count each piece one by one, but that takes a lot of time. Instead, you might find a faster way to figure out how many chocolates each person gets. In algebra, there is a similar trick called the distributive property that helps simplify expressions quickly and easily. The distributive property is a rule that shows how to multiply a number or a variable outside parentheses by each term inside the parentheses. It works whether you are adding or subtracting inside those parentheses. For example, if you see something like 3 times the sum of 4 and 5, you can use this rule to make the calculation easier. The rule says that 3 times the sum of 4 and 5 is the same as 3 times 4 plus 3 times 5. So, instead of doing the sum first, you do each multiplication separately. That means 3 times 4 equals 12, and 3 times 5 equals 15. Then, you add those results together, 12 plus 15, which gives you 27. To use the distributive property in algebra, start by looking for a number or variable outside the parentheses. Then, multiply that outside number by each term inside the parentheses. Remember, if there is a minus sign instead of a plus, you subtract instead of add. For example, if you have 6 times the quantity of 2 plus 4x, you multiply 6 by 2 to get 12, and 6 by 4x to get 24x. The expression becomes 12 plus 24x. This property is very helpful when working with algebraic expressions. It helps remove parentheses and makes it easier to combine like terms. For example, if you see 2 times the quantity of 4 minus 3, you multiply 2 by 4 to get 8, and 2 by 3 to get 6. Since it is subtraction, you do 8 minus 6, which equals 2. You can also use the distributive property to simplify more complicated expressions or to expand expressions in polynomial multiplication. It is a useful tool for solving equations because it makes expressions clearer and easier to work with. In summary, the distributive property is a simple way to multiply a number or variable by each term inside parentheses. It helps you break down complex expressions into smaller, manageable parts. Whether you are adding or subtracting inside the parentheses, this rule makes algebra easier and more straightforward. Practice using it with different expressions, and soon it will become a natural part of your algebra skills.